Welcome to 50 Plus Home and Gardening. Today I'm going to show you where I put a bunch of plants that I got from a garden center, and I got them all out. It's probably going to be the last batch that I'm going to stick out because it's a lot of work, and that's why I always get the 5-inch cans as opposed to a gallon size. A gallon size, if you get 100-gallon size just because you want a bigger garden, you got to dig those holes. So I like doing the little 5-inch or 4-inch pots, and I get them out there. They're really fast. You can dig them out, you can dig them in, and we're good. So that'll probably be the last for this year. Let's get out there and see where I put them. I went shopping at a garden center and look what I came home with. I found more of these. These are hard to come by nowadays, at least in my area. Super Tunia Vista bubble gum. Okay, I got the larger ones, the 1-gallon pot, and I only got 2 of them because that's all they had. But I ended up going to a shop that had 10 of this size, which is fine because in the end of the season, this thing will get, I don't know, could get 3 feet. All right, and so what else did I get? All right, I got 2 kinds of ajuga. Chocolate chip, isn't that cute? Okay. And this will go into the Williamsburg garden if it can handle the heat. These are a tester, I only got 1. And here's another one that says some shade, and I don't really have too much shade in the Williamsburg garden. So this is a variegated ajuga. Isn't that pretty? Okay, and then I got 3 liriope. 1, 2. Okay, 3 liriopes. They're going to go around the Boom Chocolata that I already bought from Proven Winners. That was another colossal amount of plants. And then I don't really know what this is. It didn't come with a tag. It could be, I wouldn't test it by eating it, but it could be thyme. I may just try to see if I can get the picture of it online, if anybody can tell me what this is, if they've had it before. Isn't it pretty? I'm gonna go really close. It looks like thyme leaves. Really soft. I'm just gonna take one off and smell it. No, I don't, it's not thyme. It doesn't have any smell. Okay, but it's really pretty. This looks like something that may need shade, but I want to test it out in my Williamsburg garden because it's small, it's cute, and if it stays tidy, I'll keep it. All right, I have 4 different types of thyme. They're kind of manageable. You can always cut them back, put them in your stews. But this one's going to stay the neatest. You can tell it's a very tight knit. These have a little bit more messy look, but this one has kind of a lemon gray, and this one's kind of a green. And this one has 2 variegated colors. Isn't that pretty? Okay, this variegated one is called English Wedgwood. This one's called English Wedgwood. Okay, this one's called Gold Variegated Lemon. All right, and this one's called Hi Ho Silver. Okay, so this is the most silvery. Isn't that pretty? Hopefully they can all handle the heat because they're all going in my Williamsburg garden. I got 1 of each to test it out, and I'll see how they do. I think this is the prettiest. I like these tight knit ones. Mostly sedum has this look, but I do like thyme. See how it's spreading? And you can cut any of these back. These little runners will eventually attach themselves to the ground, and that's how they make more babies. But you can just cut them off, and then you can put this in the ground somewhere else. So pretty. Okay, I really like this silvery. Hi-ho silver, that's cute. How about 1 basil? Everybody has to have basil. Oh my gosh, I'm going to make a bunch of Italian food in the summer. I love that. And then another Proven Winners. This was going to go in a pot. This is called Superbena Cobalt Verbena. Cobalt blue. Look at that. pretty? All right. So this is my stash. We're gonna get those out and planted. I also picked up these at Lowe's. These are called Ready Refill. Okay, so I get this kind. You can actually get this mix in pots that are already pretty and you don't have to change them out. But this is something that it's ready to fill and you put the whole thing in at once. And if you can look, this year I got 3 of them. Now it saves some money to do these refill things, because if I had gotten 3 plants, which that's what this is 3 plants, it would have cost me $5 each. That's $15. Okay, at Lowe's this only cost me $10. So this saves some money if you want to do it that way. Unless you don't like the variety, of course. All right, this variety came with a purple, a pink, and a red, which I'm not fond of as much. Okay, these beautiful things. Look at those. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna bring it down. Sort of a hot, I love the hot pink. I think that's one of my, if you want to just go for colors and you don't know if you're going to like it, keep getting annuals. This is not going to last in the winter time, so I love the hot pink. So I've already put in Creeping Phlox that has the same hot pink color. I think I'm a hot pink girl, because look, even these verbenas, boom, hot pink. So hot pink I think is one of my colors. That's how you can choose it. Do annuals first. All of these, this, they're all annuals. And the petunias. This is a softer pink. So you can decide whether these will go, but of course they're pink and pink. What's not to like about that? But I like that bubblegum because it is very aggressive. All right, but look. Are you kidding me? Okay, this is Mandelavilla. Oh my, I love that. And look, bing. They look beautiful together, a soft and a hot. So this has a white cream and a peach cream. Oh my goodness. Okay, and I got these at Lowe's also. I don't want aggressive plants, but I want it to grow up on this, and if I need to, I'll get some sticks and make some sort of a thing to go all the way up to the window. Isn't that pretty? All right, and this is right next to the back door, which is our front door. And then I am going to replace this saxifraga. I am going to change that. That is a perennial, and I'm going to put it in the English garden. Isn't that pretty? It was pretty for a time, but now it's time for some annuals. I'll leave in that pansy until he dies, because he won't be able to take the heat. Well, it is kind of in the shade. Now, as soon as the west sun hits, it hits right like this. So it'll get some sun, but I'm going to try. The Mandelavilla is very aggressive in the heat, and it does like the heat, but I'm going to test it here in the shade because I think it would be pretty vining up here. Let's get these planted. So sad I have to take this beautiful Creeping Phlox out of this pot, but it's going to be cool this week and I'm in the mood and it's got to go because it's just a perennial. I'm going to put it in the garden. I'm going to show you what's going to happen. But this one's already been done. I put it out in the garden. I divided it. I'm going to show you how to divide this. All right, I've made a complete mess of things, but I got it out. So you can see it's in its original pot size. Didn't grow too much, but I'm just gonna, here's a garden saw. It doesn't have a name brand, it's something old, but you can find these in garden shops. So you just want to take this and just, I know this looks brutal, but you're gonna get 4 plants out of it, and that's what I want. All right, that's kind of awfully small, so I'm going to think of that as 1. I may only get 3 out of this. We'll see. If it has no roots, you can't plant this. Okay, crap. This whole thing came apart, but there is some roots that may come back. See that little bit? So I'm gonna plant this anyways. Oh, sad. Okay, I only got 3. So let's go plant these. It happens, but I'm gonna plant this. It's got roots. All right, most of the plants that I put in, I'll show you these. More Supertunia bubblegum. That is going to look really, really good. So that's going to fill in this whole area. So this is the new garden. I had to move. See that? That's one of the ones that I cut. Okay, the creeping phlox, hopefully it'll grow back. You need to give it plenty of water and just let it settle in. I don't know. We'll see. Here's another one I stuck here. And let's see if you can see it. Another one I stuck here. See that? So we'll see if it goes. And then I have another Supertunia. Another Supertunia right there. And that is a basil. That's not very far away from, here's the jacuzzi and here's the way in. That's not very far away, so I stuck that here. And I think I'm gonna put some baby pumpkins right here so they can grow up this, see that trellis? So it can grow up there. All right, and then I put those more creeping phlox that I had to move because remember, we just used them temporarily in those pots. And I know, see those pots up there? They looked super and now they look empty, but I'll come up there in a minute and show you what I stuck in there. It's gonna take a while. It's at the beginning of the summer. Spring, actually. Okay, so you have one there. That's the creeping phlox I had to move. Here's some of the liriope, which will make this brighter because I have the boom chocolata and the saxifraga. I don't know, you guys can pronounce it better than I. Look at this. All right, I don't see any burgundy in the back. Last year they had burgundy. So I don't know, maybe it has to wait in the middle of the season. But that's the Eskimo Japanese maple. And there is another liriope, Solomon's seal. And here is another creeping phlox. I hope that looks kind of dead, but Supertunia. Okay, so in the English garden, all I did is I put all the phlox. That was just, here's a phlox, just for color. Now these are perennials, and if they live, I'm gonna have a lot of color over here from now on. And the Supertunias are just annuals, so that's all you get is annual color. All right, now let's come into here and I'll show you where I put the rest of them. Look at this sad thing. No, he's stiff. Okay, this is a Proven Winners Superbena, purple. That looks nice. And there's another bubble gum. You won't even see this pot by the end of the summer. So it gets really, really big. And this one will fill up too. And then I got kind of scared to put anything here in my English garden because I'm still working on it. See, these are just laying there. That's not how they're gonna be. I'm gonna have them upright. So since I'm working in here, I decided I didn't want any more plants in here to be distraction because I may want to have my feet in here and just kick something out of the way. So here's what I did. Let me see. So you have one right here. The ajuga, I'm gonna keep a watch on it and let it get a little bit bigger. I may be able to put it up in my Williamsburg garden a little later in the fall. And here's another ajuga. That's a variegated type. Let me see what this tag says. Okay, this one's called Burgundy Glow. Burgundy Glow, isn't that pretty? I love variegation. Okay, that one's a chocolate ajuga. So that's really pretty. But they're gonna get bigger through the season. And here's all my thyme. I put thyme, 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 and another thyme. This is my favorite one. I wanna see how they grow. Isn't that pretty? Oh, this is my Italian ice from Proven Winners. And then I have spinach that's just seeded that it grew all over, but look at the thyme. There's different kinds. That's the silver. I've got the names. This one's the lemon, and this is a variegated gold lemon. I decided to keep the thyme. I will eventually. I want to see how they develop. What if they get super, super large? Maybe I don't want it in the English garden. I mean, in the Williamsburg garden. I've got 2 super petunias left. I'm not sure where I want them, but I may stick them here temporarily. See right here, and maybe one right there. So you have this pink color back there. But let me think through it. Everything else I got in. All right, here are the Mandelavilla. This is a pink. Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness. There's my little turtle. And then look at this. Now I decided to take my geraniums out of, I don't know, does this one look good? Nope, he's still there. Yep, we'll see. These are the ones that we had from the basement. And then this is that one, I'm testing it. Okay, this gets mostly shade. I don't know, it didn't have a label. I don't know what it is. If you guys can tell me what the name of that is. So it has a lavender leaf with green. I don't know, I'm gonna see how it develops. No name tag. And then more Mandelavilla, a cream puff. And this one is supposed to be a red, but it's actually like a hot pink. Really pretty. All right, so this purple one right here. Let me show you the other one. I put the other one in the sun because I didn't know, it didn't have a tag. Is it supposed to be shade or not? So I have one here, and I'm gonna see how it develops. If it dies in the sun, or I don't know, you know, different things happen. So let me show you. Okay, all the thyme, strawberries, and all the roses. And then here's another one of those purple. I divided it by 3. See, there's another one right there. All right, and I'll show you a few. Let's go up the red brick row. Follow the yellow. Okay. And here's the last super bubblegum petunia. You can see this I filled with another super tunia. So that's why, since I have, remember I said a drift of one color is pretty spectacular and it really looks good. All right, the little combo pots, these are on my deck. And they'll get full. They'll cover this whole container. So each year I just get a ready, it's called a ready mix pot, and it just has 3 or 4 different things. It's the cheaper way to go if you have a huge pot. I mean, these are huge, but look how pretty they're gonna look. So pretty. Okay. So keep moving, keep gardening, and stay creative, and I'll see you next time.